Ross, a huge 3 points at home on Good Friday. What are your thoughts after that one?
Yeah, most important, it was the result that mattered. So like I said, another 3 points pushes us one step closer. Frustrating afternoon at times, if I'm being totally honest. I want to say a massive well done to Tiverton. I think they've travelled up 4 or 5 hours, however long it took them. They didn't stop running. They made it difficult. They deserve to go in front, I think. And I think what we said to them before the game, the players, is that we just didn't want to give them any type of belief, and that's exactly what we've done. So we made it hard for ourselves at the start. Managed to get back in the game. A brilliant, obviously, indirect free kick from Reece is a great finish. A lot of players in and around that area, but he's managed to find at the back of the net. So yeah, fantastic from him. And then it was a case of then getting back into being ourselves. I think the game plan was clear today. Before when we come out, but obviously it was a bit of a reset when we went in at 1-1. We needed to stretch our back line, try and pin them back, and I think we've done that particularly well in the second half. I think they defended, and we knew that really the only way they were going to hurt us would be from a counter attack. Like I said, their top boys kept on running, made it difficult, and I'll be honest, they had 1 or 2 opportunities which we should have dealt with better. But brilliant for Vinny to go and score the winner. I think Vinny's, like I said, he's come to the club this year. He's had a great start to go, obviously from a young lad, get into the first team and start. I think he's had a frustrating couple of weeks. But that goal will do him a massive world of good, give him loads of confidence. And yeah, just delighted for him and delighted for all the boys.
Of course, and you touched on obviously going behind quite early on, especially to a team down the bottom of the table, to then sort of pick ourselves up, turn it around, especially at this stage of the season. Does that really show the character of the boys?
Yeah, but it also shows the quality we've got in this group. Like I said, we made it hard for ourselves, and it was almost similar to Hungerford. And it's one of them where you just think, like, this is going to be even harder now. We knew it was going to be tough anyway. We didn't disrespect Tiverton at all. Then obviously before the game, like, even though where they are in the league, like, we knew this was going to be a tough game. Like I said, we just made it harder for ourselves, but we also showed our character and showed our quality. We were a lot more patient in the second half. Tried to move them, tried to stretch their back line as much as we could, and we knew, I think we had 3 or 4 chances, especially in the first half, that we didn't take, and we knew there was going to be a matter of time before we did take one. And like I said, that one was the one that got us 3 points.
So you touched on Vinny Toom, of course, the match winner, brilliant for him, didn't stop running all game. I also want to touch on Sam Magri. He was playing a sort of a more wide position today, and he got voted the man of the match by today's matchday sponsors, Fill Space. Were you and Doz really impressed with what you saw from Mags today as well?
Yeah, so obviously, I think before we speak about Mags, we have to touch on obviously where Brad Targett was. Like, we decided to leave him out today. Got a little niggle, but obviously with the games coming up, we thought it was important to give him that little bit of extra rest. And then that's obviously when Byron stepped in and Mags just stepped into right back. We know he can do that job. He's done that before. He's a solid defender, technically very good. So we had no problem and no doubt what he could do. He's done very well defensively, and that's his main job. And then, like I said, in the second half, we slightly tweaked the formation. He went inside one. He's had a great game. He's defended well. And like I said, it goes towards us getting 3 points. So well done to him.
Of course. There was a bumper crowd here today, of course, on Good Friday. We had the same ticket deal we had a few weeks ago. Are you hoping as well, because we haven't got much rest, obviously we're back at it again in 3 days' time on Easter Monday. Are you hoping to get as many Boatmen fans as possible up to Basingstoke on Monday to cheer the boys on to what's hopefully another massive 3 points?
Yeah, it is a big game on Monday. I keep giving the fans a load of credit. The club's building, and like I said, it's just about momentum. It was, I think, a few games ago we were saying the last 10 games we were trying to push for that playoff spot. We're going game by game, but the crowd's getting better, the noise is getting better, and again you see the scenes on probably social media after with all the fans, with Vinny and all the players at the end, shows the club's coming together, and that's exactly what we want. We need the fans, and like I said, it's our job to produce, like I've said before, and we just go one game at a time. I think a few results went our way today, which was brilliant, but like I said, we still got a few games left, and we just take one game at a time.